On a lot of web pages, if we go to print them, there's often A, lot of empty space, B, a lot of irrelevant content. For example, adverts, links. Links are fine on a web page because you can click them, you can do something with them. They're not a lot of good on a printed page. Maybe the images are going to be too big. Do you really need the images to be printed out as well? They're very heavy on ink and so on. So we're going to explore some of these issues using sort of scrapbook web page. So let me show you. This is the original code. I'm giving you this. We're in Chrome. If you right click it and go to print, what we can see here is it's all printing on one page. Okay, all the links are there. These are actually just dummy links. They're not actually real links, but they could be. There's nothing on them. We're getting this banner image here, and we have got the image displayed. And these notes here in these boxes here are on top of the image, so we can't see the image properly. And B, these notes here actually overflow. We need a scroll bar to display the full note, to read the full note. So A, we can't see the text properly. B, we can't see the image properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply a print style sheet to this web page. And this is something that we're asking you to do as part of your CA2 as well. So there's some marks going for this. So it's well worth doing. Okay, so that is what the page is going to look like. And this is just print preview, which is going to be the same as the printed page. We don't want to print like that. Instead, what we want is this here. So let's print this. This is the solution. After you've worked through the resources, there's a PDF which talks through them all. So what's the difference here? We don't have our banner image on top. We don't have our links. We have the text from the three boxes, but this time we're displaying them as bullet points. You can see the little bullet point symbol there. Okay, we're putting the heading in. And what else we're doing? We're showing the image, we're making it smaller, and we're putting it on a new page because we don't want the image to be kind of broken up across two pages. And if you think about that image would actually fit in the space here below those three bullet points. Okay, but I've deliberately chosen to put it onto the next page just to show you how you can put in a page break in the print. Okay, so it's a lot neater. There's still a lot of empty space there, but hey, you can't have everything in life. Okay, so what code do we need to do? Let's look at the code here. This is, at the moment, this is what you've got here. We've got our style in two places. We've got scraps.css and we've also got embedded CSS. So essentially what we want to do, at the moment the three notes are appearing with that style. Overflow auto means it puts in a scroll bar. What we want to do with those is, if we come over here, is we want those notes to be list item, and we want to use a bullet point symbol like that. And okay, so now I've got a style tag and class notes here. I've got another style tag, class notes here. What's the difference between them? Essentially the difference is the word media. Okay, media equals print. That is going to work for print preview. It's also going to work for screen. Okay, so screen just means before you go print preview and print. Okay, so that's the way it is a default when you look at it in the browser. And then what are we going to do here? We're going to turn them into bullet points using an image that is in the resources. Okay, so some of our style is embedded here. It's in the style tag. And then some of our style, when we're finished, is going to be embedded, but it's going to be for printing. We're also creating an extra style sheet here, but we're going to use that only for printing. Okay, and then the normal style sheet, we are going to add that in there, media equals screen. Okay, so print.css will apply here. Okay, so let's look at print.css in the solution. What have we got in here? What we want to do is we want to set up a particular page size. So that's the style we need to do that. and then I want to make the header, the links, and the address, I want to make them invisible for printing. Put a page break before the image, and then fix the size of the image, and just regularize the font used for the headings. Okay, fairly straightforward. This example is taken from this book, which was a brilliant book years ago. It's pre-HTML5, but it was a classic in its time. Okay, so have fun with that. You know where you have to get to looking at it at the end. Work through the instructions page by page, and just be aware if I show you something here in the resources, the Word document has got a couple of screenshots which are a little bit out of date. So there is a note just on the bottom of page 3. Okay, media equals screen, media equals print. So there are 3 other possibilities. Those values have been deprecated, which means they were usable in an older version of HTML, but they're not usable now. Okay, projection, TV, TTY was teletype, another old printing way. Okay, so forget about the print projection here. Forget about screen TTY here. And similarly there, forget about TV TTY there, and forget about projection here. Okay, do have a look at hidingelements.htm. That is in here. Okay, what's the story with this? We've got 5 paragraphs. Okay, the second one has been made invisible using the display none style. And when you set something to display none, everything, all the HTML underneath that particular item is going to move up to take its place. Whereas visibility hidden it's kind of half gone. You know, the 4th paragraph here is not visible, but the space has been kept for it. Okay, so 2 ways to make things invisible, so you can explore the styles on those. Okay, so display none is better here, but do try visibility hidden instead of display none, and just satisfy yourself that the space will still be there even though the actual text or resources themselves are hidden. Okay, again, make sure that comma projection is not there. And this is what the page looks like, the printed page, before you put in the page break. Okay, sorry, the page size as well. And yeah, that's it there. That's what it's going to look like at the end. So have a go, play around with that, play around with page size and stuff, and just enjoy it. And remember, it is in the CA2 requirements, so do put in a print style sheet. So what would your approach to using a print style sheet be? I would say you would be using a print style sheet to not print some of the common content. For example, you would not be printing the banner image, probably. You would not be printing the links, and you would probably not be printing the footer as well. So create your print.css, link all web pages to it in your CA2, and then make sure that it does something like that, makes the common content not appear. In other words, the idea here behind printing is normally you want to print only the significantly different text on each web page. Okay, so best of luck with that.